Hello friends, welcome to my channel Fusion Learning. If you're first time here on my channel, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get latest update from Fusion Learning. In today's demonstration, we will learn end-to-end process to create infolets in Oracle Fusion. How to achieve this kind of business requirement. So for that, generally Oracle provides you couple of group like order to cash, services, project related, the infolets within the analytics area where you have the privilege to add few custom infolets. You can do that. Couple of dashboards also having the infolets which does not support this functionality at all in the Oracle Fusion. But let's assume business have requested to create couple of infolets, the more specific user defined infolets, how we can create in Oracle Fusion. To create, first of all, we have to create a role and having those privileges. To see the user defined, so we'll see in the demo. So for to create an role, you have to go to the navigator. Within the navigator, what you have to do, you have to go to the tools. And within the tools, you have to go to the security console. Once you click on the security console, what you have to do, you have to click on create role. Once the moment you click on create role, you have to enter your role name. So we'll enter user defined info dates custom, and then I will set the role code or user defined. You can set your business specific the role name which you can identify and you can utilize. Now the role category. So I will use the common abstract role. And if you want the description about this related to role, you can add. Otherwise, leave it. Now click on the next. What's the moment you click on next? So what you have to do, you have to go to the privileges and you have to click on the add function security policy. Once the moment you click on the add function security policy, within that you have to add the privilege. So to add the privilege, you have to type view custom info links. So let me add those. Yeah. So view custom info links. The code name is fun under view, under custom, under infolets, under privilege. So that you have to select and click on add privilege to the group. Once you add it, so you can see that I have added the privileges. And until unless if you are not adding this, you cannot view this user defined the analytics area where you can capture your custom infolets within the Oracle Fusion, even though you enable the sandboxes. So first of all, you have to add this role. Once you add it, then click on the next, click on the next, click on the next, and then you can add your specific user. So I will add my username, and then what I will do, once I add it, then I will select the particular role so that the user added within that role. So I don't need to assign it later. I have associated by creating this particular role. So once you redirect to the UI, first of all, what is first step? To enable the user-defined analytics on the UI, you have to enable Sandbox. So enable, you have to go to the navigator. Then within the navigator, you have to go to the configuration, and then you have to click on Sandboxes. Once the moment you click on Sandboxes, you have to click on Create Sandbox. Once the moment you click on Create Sandbox, you have to select the tools is supposed to be used. So we'll select, so we need page composer as well as we need the structure. And if you would like to have other tool, you can use that. And then what we'll do, we'll enter the name. So test 321. So I will enter my sandbox name. You can use your specific, and then simply you click on create and enter. So once the moment you click on create and enter, it will activate this sandbox to the UI. Then you are ready to start your and will start the per session activity. So to do the per session, what you have to do, first of all, you have to enable the user-defined infolet. So for that, you have to go back again within the navigator. You have to click on the structure. So first of all, we'll enable the infolets to the UI within the analytic. So within the structure, you have to enable the user-defined infolets. To enable that, you have to come to the structure once you activated the sandbox, and then you have to click on home. Once the moment you click on home, right, over here, what you have to do, you have to search with your user defined. So you can see that user defined infolets, and now currently it's not active. Within the user defined infolets, there are quite a interesting feature that this user defined infolets are available for all the users. So if you enable yes, then it will be enabled across the users. If you want some specific role or the country specific, you can add the EL expression. So that is what we have already learned, how you can achieve based on the role. So you can just set the role, and based on that role, this user defined influence will be active. So I will use the yes. Once I choose the yes, what I have to do, I have to click on save. Once the moment you click on save, you can see that the user defined influence is now active. And then I will click on save and go to the home page. So once I redirect to the home page, I'll see and validate. So for that, I cannot see over here any infolets. So first, I have enabled the infolets. To view that, what you have to do, since we are using the default, the Redwood theme, so you cannot see that. If you are using other theme and the other UI, then you can see that analytics part would be available. So to enable within the Redwood theme, what you have to do, you have to click on the added pages. So once the moment you click on the added pages, you can see that the analytics part of it. And within the analytics part, you cannot see any informations available. So once you reach to the analytics, you can see that this kind of icon. So within this icon, you have an option, right? Either to create infolets or the reorder infolets. So to create the infolets, you have to click on. So what is the reorder infolets? Reorder infolets, if you have already created a couple of infolets, you can rearrange the orders of the infolets, or to create new, you have to click on create infolets. Once the moment you click on the create infolets, the title name you have to type. So I'm typing user define. You can choose your infolets title name that you can choose from the order or inventory or as per your business need, and then the dimension. Right? So I have chosen the dimension, the 1 by 1, and if you want, you can select the 2 by 1 as well. Right? So whatever the dimension you are choosing, that will be applicable for the back view as well. So once the moment, if you want it to be enabled, then click on yes. So the same dimension will be applicable for the back view. If you don't want it to be enabled, then click on no. Now you have an option, the expanded view. So anything you want, more than this tile information, you can add to the expanded view. So for that, you just click on the yes. And once the moment you click on yes, right, you have an option, a couple of, so 3 by 1, 2 by 2, and 3 by 2. So you can choose the 2 by 2. And then you just click on the save and close. Once the moment you click on save, then you can see that system allows you to add the content. So what is the content? You have to click on the content, right? Once the moment you click on content, right, you have to choose wherever you have created your analytics, your reports, your VIP reports, the detailed reports. So wherever you have kept it and created, you have to reach to that folder and you have to access your content. So in my case, I have captured within the report. So first time it will show you reports and analytics. And once you reach to the reports and analytics, you have to select the OBI repository. Then you have to go to the share folder. So since I have created within the share folder, within the custom folder, the count folder. And within the count folder, you can see that I have kept it the 4 analytics I have created. I'll show you how to create the analytics part of it. So I reach to the custom and then I have accessed the count and I can see that there are the 4 analytics available, which I can utilize against the Infolets. So Infolets is, the performance view if you want to view, right? All those, the front tile, the back tile you can access. If more than that, the barcode kind of the analytics, if you want, then you can utilize to the expanded. So I will use, so to add, simply you have to click on add. Once the moment you click on add, you can see that it got added. And then you have to click on close. And if you click on this arrow, then you can see that it will show you the back view. So it open the back view, same you have to click on add content, you have to access. So which analytics you want to be displayed. So I will use the same content. So I click on the add content and then click on close. So you can see that I have added the back view and the front view. So this information you can change based on your business requirement. You can use, you can create. And then there are one third option is called the expanded view. So for the expanded view, if you click on the add content, so what I want, right? I want this on hand to be displayed. So I have added and then I will click on. So you can see that I have added the user defined the analytics within the expanded view. So I can access easily. I can see how much quantity, which inventory, all those stuff I can view. So if I again click on the expanded, so I will redirect to the front UI. And then if I click on the back, I will go to the front UI. And then if I click on the back, it will be back view. And if I click on the expanded, then it will be expanded view. So this is how you can create the back, the front, the expanded view analytics you can tag to the Infolets. There are options within the orange drop down, right? So what kind of options available within the orange drop down? You have the link detailed report. If you want any kind of the detailed report to be tagged, you can attach to it. Then edit content. So let's assume if you don't want this information to be displayed, you can again click on the edit content. You can change that content. If you want, the added tiles and views. So if you want any dimension or anything, then you can click on the edit tiles and views. If you want it to be deleted, you can click on delete and then added visibility. So if you click on the added visibility, you have an option to display this user defined, the Infolets, or if you want, based on the expression, you can enter the expression detail of it. And if you want, completely not at all to be displayed, you can select no. So these are the options available within the analytics part of it. So to add the detail report, you have to click on link detail report. Once the moment you click on, then system will ask you to add your content. So simply you have to click on the add content. And within that, you have to add your report of it. So I have added the reports and simply you have to click on save. Once the moment you have an option over here, remove report, edit report. So same report, if you want to add it, you can do that. Otherwise, click on done. Once the moment you click on done, right? So we have added reports as well. We have added front view. And then once you find with your Infolets, what you have to do, you have to publish your sandbox and make sure that you have added your content, you have validated, and if you published only your sandbox, then only these Infolets will be visible based on the EL expression. If you customize it based on the roles or user or based on the country, then those specific countries will be available to view all these analytics. Other than that, nobody can access these Infolets. So this is how you can create Infolets in the Oracle Fusion. Now, to create the analytics part of it, what you have to make sure, you have to go to the navigator. Within the navigator, what you have to do, you have to go to the tools. Within the tools, you have an option reports and analytics. So we'll see how to create. Once you click on that, you have to go to the browse catalog. Once the moment you click on the browse catalog, so within the browse catalog, you have an option whether you access the shared folder content or you want to be access your my folder reports access. Now to create, you have to go to the create and then click on the analysis. Once the moment you click on the analysis, any of the subject area, so we'll select. So let me show you how you can create. Will utilize any of these subject area. So we'll choose. So let me select the order management, order header, real time. I have chosen the subject area related to the order headers. So now within the order headers, so what I will do, I will click on the orders and I will just click on the orders. Once the moment I click on the orders, right, if I will go to the result, right, it will show me the orders information available within the system. It says that total 49 quantities available for the order. So total 49 orders within the system created. Now to create an analytics part of it, you have an option, right? So what you have to do to create an infolet, you have to choose the performance type. Once the moment you click on that, it will created a performance type. So it will says that the order, that quantity, and then the description of it. And further, there are options to customize this area. So what you can do within the option, you can change the pixel, the height, right, a fixed position, so background, right. Those things, if you want, you can choose that. So let's assume if you want the background to be changed, you can do that for the tiles. So this is how you can change. If you want, add it, right? If you want add it, then there are a couple of styles, right? So if you want this style to be displayed or this style, so there are the couple of styles available. If you want the larger view of that, right? So you can select based on your business requirement. So once the moment I have chosen, you can also the format, the content, so you can format out, you can as well you can select the border positions, you can do the coloring as well as the background, you can do that. Now click on the OK. So you can see that I have chosen the borders as well as the colors for the infolets. Now once you created the performance style, what you have to do, you have to delete the upper part of it. So I will delete. Now this performance tiles is available within this report, analysis report. Now most of the users, what they are doing while creating the infolets, right, you will face the challenges that these records are not getting synced with the system records, and you will face the challenges. To avoid that, what you have to do, you have to go to the advanced. Within the advanced, what you have to do, you have to click on and enable this flag bypass Oracle Analytics presentation service cache, so that it will be the real kind of the data and it will be automatically refreshed, and you have to click on apply XML. And if you go to the result, now this infolets is available. I will click on save. Once the moment I click on save, it will ask me to choose the folder. So what I will do, I will go to the my folder. So within the share folder, I have chosen the my folder. So share folder, custom, and the count. So you can see that already there are rates, the analysis available for the infolets. Now I will save this, the order new. And then what I will do, I will click on OK. So I have saved this performance style, the analysis within the count folder. And what I will do, I will go back to the UI and we'll see how we can access it. So again, go back to the UI. Once you click on the UI, you can see that all these one we have already defined. Now recently we have defined another analytics and I want it to be added. So we'll set. So I am adding the info tile new. I don't want this back view and the expanded view to be enabled now this time. And I want the dimension. So I will choose the dimension, the 2 by 2. And what I will do, I will click on the save and close. And since we have only used the front view, so you cannot, go to the back view or the expanded view or to the report, I will click on the add content. And as I mentioned, so first time if you click on, then it will show you the reports and analytics. You have to click on that, and then you have to go to the OBI repository. And once you click on the OBI repository, you have to go to the shared folder and you have to reach to your folder where you have captured your records. So you can see that I have clicked on the reports OBI repository, share folder, custom, and then count. And within the count, you can see that the order new, the analytics available for me to add the performance tile to be added to the Infolet. So I will click on add. Once the moment I click on add, it will be added over the UI, and you can see that. Now I want the size to be reduced. So for that, what I will do, I will go to the edit tiles and then I will make it one by one so that the size will be adjustable, and then I will simply click on save and close. Let me click on save and close so you can see that. So now we have added another infolets which we have created just now. So this is how you can create as many as infolets within the user defined infolets area and achieve your business requirement. Thank you. Thank you for watching my channel, Fusion Engine Learning. Keep subscribing. Happy learning.